Hi guys, this is Lav Kumar, and in this video I'll explain how you can automatically test for privilege escalation vulnerabilities using IronWASP. Now I'll be making use of the demo app to explain this issue, and the demo app has two types of user accounts. One is a normal account, the other is a premium account. I will log into the application using the normal account first, and you could see there are about 10 celebrity lists here when I log in as the normal account. I'll log out. Now let me log in as a premium account holder, and now you can see there are about 20 celebrities. So the premium account has additional functionality over the normal account, and this additional functionality should not be ideally accessed from the normal account. But if the application was vulnerable to privilege escalation, then it might be possible for even the normal account user to access this additional functionality, which is only saved for the premium account holder. Now testing for this would require you to log in as a normal account user, find out what are the URLs associated with that, and then log in with as the premium account holder, find out what are the additional functionalities available to them, and then you try to access this additional functionality from the URLs belonging to this additional functionality from the normal privileged user. So this is how you test for it manually, and IronWASP helps you automate this testing process, and this functionality is available in the interactive tools under test for privilege escalation. So I'll open that up, and I'm going to do the test on the demo app, which is localhost 9090. I'll select that. Now I have already browsed through the website with both the normal account as well as the privileged account. So all of the logs are available inside IronWASP. So when I do a search, IronWASP gives me the list of all session IDs which are found in the logs. Now it shows me all the cookie parameters which are available in the logs, and in this case the session ID is one of the cookie parameters. So since there are logs belonging to a low privileged user and a high privileged user, IronWASP needs to know which logs belong to the low privileged user and which logs belong to the high privileged user. So we basically have to tell IronWASP that okay, any logs which belong to this session ID can be treated as logs belonging to user A, and any logs that belong to this session ID can be treated as logs belonging to user B. Now if you can look at the logs here, now when I logged in as Ravi, which is the normal privileged user, then my session ID was CFCC, and when I logged in with the high privileged user, the session ID was B257. So I have told IronWASP which logs belong to the normal account and which logs belong to the premium account. So now I click on select candidates. Now what IronWASP does is it goes through the logs and it finds out all the requests which belong to user A. Those are highlighted in orange, and it also shows me the logs that belong to user B. Those are highlighted in green. And then what IronWASP also does is it tries to eliminate the logs which are common between both these requests. So here by looking at this, I can try to find out which requests are unique to user B or which requests are unique to user A. And requests which have booking number 11, 12, 13, 14 all the way up to 20 appear to be unique to user B. So these were the extra 10 celebrities which were available when I logged in from the premium account. Now to test this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these additional 10 requests, and I'm going to access these requests, or I'm going to make these requests from the privilege level or from the account of user A. So I'll select logs belonging to user B, and I'll only select, say, get request. Okay, so these are the requests that are currently selected, and what I'll do is I want to make these requests from the account of user A. So I have already created a login recording with the credentials of user A. So I select that, and I've selected the requests which are unique to user B. So I'll be making these requests from the account of user A. So I'll say test selected candidates. Now IronWASP has sent those unique requests which belong to user B, and it has made these requests from the account of user A. and it also tells you what was the difference between the responses, the response when it was sent from the account of user A and the response which was available in the log originally. And you can see in most of the cases the difference is 75%, and we can actually look at the difference in response as well. So let's see how the responses look in the browser. Okay. So this is how the response looked when it was made from the privilege of from the account of the high privileged user. So it actually shows the form to set up the meeting, and this is how the response looks when the same request to the same URL was made from the account of a low privileged user. And you could see that instead of showing the form to set up the meeting, it is redirecting back to the list of celebrities. So this is normal behavior. But in two cases, the difference is only 7%, and these are highlighted in red. And if you actually look at the difference here, then you could see that the responses, they look almost similar. In fact, the only difference is the value of the CSRF token. So if we open these up in the browser, so we can see that when a request was made to this URL, then it was processed in both the cases. That is, this was a feature which was only setting up a meeting with Priyanka Chopra was a feature which is only available to the premium account holders. But then when the same URL was requested from the account of low privileged user, it was still possible to set up a meeting. So this is a privilege escalation vulnerability, and there are actually two instances of that, and these are the corresponding requests. And IronWASP was able to identify these two cases, and it was able to show it to us automatically.